Hello children, welcome to our geography class. Today we will be learning lesson number 10, Getting to Know India. In our previous chapters we had discussed about different parts of our India, like different states and how to read the maps and everything. Right? In this lesson today we'll be getting a knowledge about India. The facts of India we will study today. So are you excited? I know you are very much excited. So let's begin. India, as you all know, the children, India is a vast country in the southern portion of Asia, right? It is located in an Asian continent, which is bound by Indian Ocean on its south, right? Indian Ocean towards the south, whereas Arabian Sea on its west, that is under the Bay of Bengal on its east side. Right, this everything we have studied in our previous standards, and the borders like Pakistan, Nepal, Bhutan, China, Bangladesh on its north. Okay, these are the different countries which are surrounded towards the north side. Right, when we studied about the maps, there we have seen the directions north, south, west, east, and depending upon that we can locate the states and their location, isn't it, and the physical factors of the different parts. Physical setup of India. There is a diversity in the physical setup of India. Our country comprises various rivers, mountains, plateaus, plains, islands, forests, deserts, etc. And some details of the physical setup of India are as follows. Okay, so there are some facts which we need to learn and keep them in mind for a longer time. Mountains, right? You are aware of what are mountains? Yes, Himalaya, Ladakh, Aravalli, Sahyadri, Satpura, Nilgiri, Vindhya, Girnar, etc. So see children, such a beautiful images of the mountains have shown below, right? So these are, first is the Himalaya, then Ladakh. Yes, the middle one is in Ladakh, Aravalli, Sahyadri, Satpura, Nilgiri, Vindhya and Girnar. Okay, these different mountains are located at different states. Okay, that we will be studying in detail later on. But first physical setup we are gonna see is mountains. Then hills. Hills which are little smaller than the mountains. Ajanta, Mahadev, Satmala, Balghat, Maikala, Nalamala. Okay, these are the names of the hills. Okay, which are famous for in its their states, and they also comprises of the beauty of our India. Okay, it's remarkable in different states as their beauty emerges out. See children, our country comprises various rivers, mountains, isn't it? This part is called the sea. The Indian subcontinent is surrounded by the water on three sides and the tapers towards the south. This part is called the Indian Peninsula. Our northern border is defined by the lofty Himalaya ranges, and our country has a forest, plains and the deserts. The expanse of our country is large. The height above the sea level varies and goes up even beyond the 8,000 meters. Therefore, the weather conditions change from region to region. This gives rise to a wide variety of the plants, animals and the birds. Okay, so that's why we see the variety in the nature. Similarly, there is also difference in the crops cultivated. Wheat is primary crop in the north, rice is a primary crop in the south, and along the coast, the jawar is produced on large scale in central India. This diversity has a significant effect on our lifestyle, customs, traditions and culture. See, why I am discussing this? So that along with the physical setup, there are they based on that different cultures and our lives are changed. Okay, as we see, the physical setup is changing, the lands and the different physical criterias are changing. Along with that, agriculture and the jobs and the profession of the people are also change, and their way of work, the way of they eat the food and the crops they are cultivated are also changes. Now plateaus: Mewad, Chota Nagpur, Maharashtra, Telangana, Karnataka, etc. See here, if you look here, you will see this different plateaus. Okay, Deccan Plateau, Maharashtra Plateau. Okay, Marwar is located near Madhya Pradesh. Okay, Hazaribagh Plateau, Chota Chota Nagpur Plateau, Ranchi Plateau, Chhattisgarh Plain. Okay, these are the Telangana plateau, Karnataka plateau. Okay, these are the different plateaus are shown in this map. Okay children, I hope you all have understood now. Okay, so now just concentrate on the things which are is given and written in the video. Okay, now first we have seen uh, mountains, right, then we have seen hills, now plateaus. Okay, so as their height decreases, we have started, right? First comes mountains, then hills, now plateaus. Welcome to our geography class. We were discussing lesson number 10, getting to know India. Okay, in our previous video we had seen the physical setup of India. Okay, there we have seen the mountains, hills, plateaus, right? And today we will today we will see the rivers originated in Himalayas and joined the Indus River. Okay, but along with that we will also gain the more knowledge about the different physical aspects. Okay, so let's begin. See here, rivers originate in the Himalayas and join the Indus River. Those are Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Bias and Satluj. Okay, these are important rivers in the north region. Okay children, you will see here their location. Okay, see, Jhelum present in the Kashmir, whereas others are in Himachal Pradesh. Okay, and some flows through Punjab also afterwards, and then they goes to some of the part to the Pakistan also. Okay, so these are very important rivers in the north region. Also, it also gives the natural beauty to that particular area. Okay, wherever they flows, they have their own identity over there, and they have very much geographical importance over there. Now the main rivers which flow into the Coromandel coast. Okay, now Coromandel coast means what? A broad coastal plaining eastern Tamil Nadu state, okay, or a southern India, we would say that. Okay, coastal region towards the southern part is called Coromandel coast. Those are Kaveri, Krishna, and Godavari. They all flows from west to east. Okay, and they meet to the Bay of Bengal. If you see into this map, you will come to know that their location. Okay. I hope children you are getting what we are discussing today. Okay, so remember these names. Okay, the rivers which flows in the Himalayan and then the Coromandel coast. Okay, you need to remember these rivers because they have their importance. Now lakes. What is meant by lake? A large area of water surrounded by a land. Okay, this is called lakes. And some of the important lakes I have given here: Vular, Sambar, Lonar, Vembanad, Pulika, Chilika, Koleru, etc. Okay, now if we zoom it, then you will come to know their location. Okay, some are lies in the north side, some are east side, some are southern side, some are in the
Central. Okay, so you need to remember these names along with their location, where they originated, where they are located, in which state. Okay, children, I hope you all are getting it. Now, gulfs. What is meant by gulf? A deep inlet of a sea almost surrounded by a land with a narrow mouth or deep ravine is called gulf. Now, Gulf of Kutch, Gulf of Kambat, Gulf of Mannar, you might have heard these names before, right? The Gulf of Kutch and the Gulf of Kambat are the to the west of the India, and the Gulf of Mannar is to the south of the India. Now, in this image, you will come to know that Gulf of Kutch and Kambat are the west side, whereas the Gulf of Mannar at the south side. Okay, so see, by using these maps, images of the maps, we come to know very easily their location, right? Similar way, maps help us in different purposes. Okay, so that's why it's very important to know the maps. Now, water bodies on the three side of India: Arabian Sea, Bay of Bengal, Indian Ocean. Arabian Sea is to the west, Bay of Bengal is to the east, and the Indian Ocean to the south of India. Right? Since your childhood, you are aware of this Arabian Sea, Bay of Bengal, and the Indian Ocean. Okay, these are because of that the Indian Peninsula has occurred, right? Because it is surrounded by on the three sides by the ocean, followed by the land. I hope, children, you have understood this. Okay, if you don't understand anything, please see the video once again and ask your teacher if you found any doubt. Hello children, welcome to lesson number 10, Getting to Know India. In this chapter, we had been seeing many physical aspects of our country, right? So let's learn more about it. The names of the some of the island in Lakshadweep Island group, that is Minikoy, Karavati, Chetlat, Kitlan, and Mindivi. See, children, Lakshadweep is it's a group of 36 islands and is known for its exotic and the sun-kissed beaches and the lush green landscape. In a Sanskrit, Lakshadweep means hundred thousands island. Lakshadweep means hundred thousands island. It is well known for its sun-kissed beaches and the lush green landscape. It's a beautiful place to visit once in our lifetime. India's smallest union territory, Lakshadweep, is an archipelago consisting of 36 islands with an area around 32 square kilometers. The capital is Karavati and it also principal town of the Union Territory. All islands are 222 to 440 kilometer away from the coastal city of the Kochi in Kerala in the Emerald Arabian Sea. Right here you will see there its location. Okay, it's not necessary to learn all these names and their locations, but you must have heard these names. See, whenever you heard this name, so you should be known about the Lakshadweep Island. Okay, I hope children you are getting what I'm trying to explain you all, right? Lakshadweep Island is now everyone know its location and the names of the island you are aware now, right? So whenever this come, you need to uh, aware of all these things. Now the names of the some of the islands in Andaman and Nicobar Island group. See, those are Narkodam, Barren, Car Nicobar, Port Blair, Great Nicobar, etc. See, Andaman Islands are an Indian archipelago in the Bay of Bengal, right? You all are aware Bay of Bengal. These roughly 300 islands are known for their palm-lined white sand beaches, mangroves, and the tropical rainforest. Coral reefs supporting the marine life such as sharks and rays, right? Mangroves, you all are aware of the mangroves, this the plants who grows in the salty water. Big trees, big land of stretch, big stretch of the trees. It's called mangroves. Okay, which mostly grows in the creek area, creek region. Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Union Territory of India, consisting of two groups of the island at the southern edge of the Bay of Bengal. The peaks of the submerged mountain ranges and the Andaman Island and their neighbor to the south, the Nicobar Island, form an arc stretching southward for around 620 miles, means 1000 kilometers, between Myanmar and the island of the Sumatra, that is Indonesia. Okay, it's a stretch. You will see here it forms an arc, right? The Port Blair is the territorial capital and situated on the uh, ancient trade route between the India and the Myanmar. Okay, in India and Myanmar they are located. I hope children you have understood this thing. Okay, the island of Lakshadweep and the island of the Andaman Nicobar. See children, very beautiful information they keep for them. They keep for their vegetation and their fauna and their life and different faunas. Now, borders of India. The Indian subcontinent is surrounded by the water on all three sides and tapers towards the south. This is called the Indian Peninsula. India's northern border is defined by the lofty Himalaya. You all are aware that northern side is surrounded by the Himalaya, whereas we can see the different hilly regions and the ranges you will found in different places of different states, and they shows the great variety in that form. Now, diversity in India. The expanse of our country is large. The height above the sea level varies and goes up even beyond 8,000 meters. Therefore, the weather condition changes from region to region, and this gives rise to a wide variety of the plants, animals, birds, and the crops. This diversity has a significant effect on the lifestyle, food, clothing, festival customs, traditions, and culture. As I've said earlier, children, as we go to the different part of our country, you will see the great variety of their life of people and the life of the animals, the way they cropped their fields, okay, and how they take up the crops and how they live their life, their transportation, their way of living. uh, these different things are you will see the great variations in the different part of our India. India, a democratic republic. India is a democratic republic. The capital of India is New Delhi. Considering the area, Rajasthan is the largest state in the India. It is followed by the Madhya Pradesh, and Maharashtra is in the third place. Goa is the state with the smallest area in India, right? These are the facts about the India which you all must be aware of this. Okay. India is a democratic republic. What is meant by democratic republic? Means where people elect the person to have a rule upon, or we cannot say a rule upon, but people choose a leader, and that leader takes care of all the trades, customs, their laws, and the constitution and everything. Okay, these people help in the they helps and they serves to the nation. Some details of some of the state of India. See here, the name of our state is Maharashtra. The name of its capital is Mumbai. The northmost state is Jammu and Kashmir. The southmost state is Tamil Nadu. The name of our capital of India, New Delhi. Right? See children, don't get confused between the name of the capital of Maharashtra and the name of the capital of India. The name of the capital of Maharashtra is Mumbai, whereas capital of India is New Delhi. Now the names and the states of the northeast with their capital, northeast states and its capitals. Okay, it is very difficult to remember them. That's why I have segregated and named them. See, Assam, capital is Dispur. Meghalaya, Shillong. Arunachal Pradesh, Itanagar. Tripura, Agartala. Mizoram, Aizawl. Manipur, Imphal. Nagaland, Kohima. Okay, these are the small states, okay, in the northeast side, and their capitals. You need to learn them carefully and remember forever. See, the state next to us, which was formed in 2014, it was Telangana. The total number of the states in India are 28 and the union territories are 8. The name of the state in which the uh, Great Indian Desert is mainly located is Rajasthan. The states in which saffron is grown, Jammu and Kashmir. The states in which tea is grown, Assam and Meghalaya. See children, these facts and the names of the states, you must be thorough with it. Okay, whenever we ask, you supposed to answer these questions. Now the states in which the clove is grown, Kerala and Tamil Nadu. The states in which the apple are grown, Jammu and Kashmir and Himachal Pradesh. The state famous for the production of the oranges, Maharashtra, that is in this Nagpur district. The state in which coffee is grown in large number, that is Kerala and Karnataka. The states famous for the production of the mangoes in that is Maharashtra, that is Ratnagiri and Sindhudurga district. Right, children? See, each and every state is has a importance in terms of the physical states and the great variety in the flora and fauna of the country. Right, children? So here we will stop. Okay, I hope you all have understood this lesson. If you find any difficulties, please read the lesson and go through again videos. Thank you and have a nice day. Take care, children.